yesterday's trade. Did you see yesterday's trade drop? You are? Can you hear me?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Did you say you're moving today?
Oh no, I'm not moving today, no. But I've got loads to do. I'll be moving probably the next 2 weeks, I think. Did you see? So let's quickly go over yesterday's trade. Did anyone stay in it? I bet you Callum did.
I was in.
Look at this. This was mental. Like, we put our stops here, we got stopped out, and then it just dropped. There was no news until 12:30. So you would have actually made it all the way down here before news. It was like one of them. Literally stopped us and then just dropped through the floor. So really, leaving stops where they were, we would have had some lovely, lovely flyers. And that's just reminded me, I need to put in trade ideas has been on fire to be one hit. But yeah, if you caught that, fantastico. However, today is a new day. Right, so let's quickly do a top down. Right, so morning crazy beast. He's on again, bloody hell. Okay, so we know the score with the monthly. We know the monthly can pull back and close below 2064. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that, right? So when I say that, it doesn't mean it's going to do that. But currently, we have to act upon what we see. And what do we see? We're currently in this range. We haven't actually broke out in the monthly yet. Until this monthly closes out, yeah, we're still in this lower range for me. Okay. Now, the weekly did actually break out. But what we noticed about the weekly, we had no bottom wick on this weekly. We didn't even test previous support. And then we've closed bullish, all-time highs. So we don't know where the next ranges are. So what we need is we need a weekly bearish close. That will then create a new range for us. And then we'll technically be in that range. However, I do really feel that what tends to happen is price will need to come and tap this because it's got no bottom wick plus its previous support. Even if it wants to drive above these highs, I don't think we can go much further without coming down first. Okay, so knowing that, then what we're probably thinking this week, we're probably going to get a bearish close on this weekly. Okay, because Friday today we're looking bearish. So if we can get a weekly close on this, bearish close on this weekly, next week top wick, we might break the highs for the liquidity to then flip and drive down. So next week, hopefully, we can look something like that. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. However, we are bullish on the weekly, so the weekly can actually still flip to the upside if it wants to. But what's going to tell us if it's going to do that? The dailies. So what's happened on the dailies then? So the daily closed bearish, big bearish one. Then we closed bullish and we didn't break any of the highs, so that's a good sign. It's shown that we're still respecting this area, 2183. Then we got a bearish close yesterday, which we did break the highs. Now this is a bit of a tricky one now because this broke the highs, didn't close below, right? So now we've actually got broke the lows. We broke this. So now it means that there'll probably be enough liquidity in this daily to now break the highs, if it wants to break the highs, that is. So a lot of people can get caught out here because a lot of people be thinking that this daily is going to flip and drive down, which yes, it can do as well. That's another option. So you're either going to get a drive down and break the lows on this daily today, or this daily is going to break the highs. Well, at least this high at 21.84, which would make sense because this is actually the support, 21.83, and what I've noticed is none of these daily candles have actually tapped it. So I can probably see one daily coming up, tapping it, even if it flips. I can probably see one daily tapping it, whether it's this daily or the next daily. I do believe we're probably going to have to tap this again before this actual big push down. Okay, I might be wrong, but I'm just going off sort of what I've seen in the past experience. Yeah, so we've got two options really. We can literally buy up or we can sell down, because this daily could flip and drive. I don't think it's going to drive that much. The reason being, none of these broke any highs. So I think if anything, you're just going to get a small close below this, and then you'll sort of trickle down. So you might get something like that on the daily, and then the next day will top wick and then flip, and then until you break one of them highs. Okay, so that's the daily. What we've seen on the 4 hour. So currently the 4 hour was bullish. It looks like we're making our way back up. Now this is quite a clean range race. You've got a nice double bottom. Look how that 4 ended up yesterday. Wow, see, told you, nice clean range all the way down. Our entry yesterday was perfect, or it would have been perfect. We were there on our entry, weren't we? Like that. Pull back, in, flip. Imagine if we held on to that. Bloody hell, what an idiot. Anyway, so 4 hour. We're currently in this range. We've shown signs of rejection. Therefore, we are coming back up to fill the range. Now, we're in a clean traffic range. I've done that because of this area, so I've just ruled it out. We're in a clean traffic range, so therefore, where should we be going? Well, technically, we've came to the bottom, bounced, back up, bounced, back down, bounced, back up. There's nowhere else to go. There's no support levels here unless it's on a lower time frame. Okay, unless the 4 hour is going to create a new range, that's one of the things what we can get caught out with. Two things we can get caught out with: price create new ranges, we can't preempt it, or fake out. But what we can do with fake outs is just be aware that they could normally happen on range 1 breakouts. Okay, so if we only take them on range 2, then ideal. Got caught out on a fake out last night. Oh, did you? Nightmare. So now this 4 bullish. If this 4 closes bullish, we're probably just going to get a nice wick fill on the 4. You'll just get something like that, which is when you get a long wick and it closes bearish, you'll just get a wick fill of it. So it might be worth just waiting for the 4, but let's have a look at the 1 hour first. So the 3, oh, no top wick. No top wick. So 3, no top wick. So this is probably going to close bearish, which is sort of what you want really, because you want the 4 to close down here, which would make sense. 2, it broke into the new range. Fantastic, nice. 1 is bearish. Now the range on the 1, we could actually, we've closed respecting this range here. So does that mean we could actually come all the way back down 2160? Could we take wing back buys from there? 2160, or would it be further at 2150? We could look at a wing back buy from 2156. 2156. We do get a hell of a drop and then a flip. That one cannon, what's that? That must have been news. 1 o'clock. We're back in that area again, aren't we? We're in that area yesterday, Dan, where we were saying.
Yeah.
Back in that exact same area. Okay. So you could argue that this is just a retest of this area. So the thing with the 4 is a bullish. It's clean traffic up to 2160. The issue you've got here is the 4s didn't break the lows as in close below, but this wick only broke this here, which is still quite a lot of liquidity to push, and should be enough liquidity to push to 2176. But what's the daily going to do? The daily's bearish. Daily's bearish. I know we haven't broke out the daily, but is this daily going to flip to the downside? Does it need to flip to the downside? Or is it going to push to break the highs now that you broke the low on the daily? There's a bit of contradiction on the daily, really. If this daily had broke the low, it'd be a lot easier because you know you're bearish, you broke out. If this daily had done that, and then we had the top wick, we'd be taking sells. We'd be looking at places to sell from now to come down. But at the minute, it's like there's potential wing back buys. But if you think about it, look at this wing back buy area. That's probably the only area we're looking at for a wing back buy. But if we take that wing back buy, that means the daily's going to look something like this. The daily's going to look like that. And for me, that means we might not just stop there. We might actually drive through. Do you know what I mean? So it might be a bit risky taking this wing back buy. So what else could we do? What else could we do? We can't sell down because we're bullish on the 4. The hour's going to close in 39 minutes, which is also the 4-hour close. Could we... See, that was news, so we need to see what price is done without news. How far does this come back? This is all we've got to go off. So it's really difficult. This is not a nice area because the only thing we've got to go off what we're looking is... The only time we've respected this here, right? We didn't respect it here, we came straight through. Okay, so it's only this we're looking at, and we have manipulation with news to come down. So this is unlikely it's going to happen again. So what is going to happen here, we don't know because we've got no data. We've got no data to go off. So we're going to have to be very, very careful here. So this wing back buy is probably not on because this was news what pushed it down. So we are literally guessing. We're gambling at the minute with what's going to happen. I think if anything, if the 4-hour close is bullish, ideally if this 4 can close, so because we're like this on the 4, yeah. Let me get we're like that on the 4. What you want to see really is if this 4 can close bullish like that, you might think it's rejecting, but what tends to happen is this is sort of faking people because they think, okay, rejection, it's going to come down now. What tends to happen is you then open up with a wick fill, and the wick fill comes to test at least the previous high. So you come there and thereabouts, and then even if it wants to flip, it'll still fill the wick. It'll fill the wick. It'll either push past it or it'll fill it and then it'll reject. But you're going to cover 3/4 of that wick. And if you've got the Dean, you'll probably know all about wicks and things like that. Oh shit, what was that? Oh. Come on. So it's what this 4 is going to do. The two could flip. The 2's closed above, but the hour hasn't. The hour's closed respecting. So what I would want to see is either an hour close above, buys above. I'd need at least an hour. At least an hour. Okay. Buys above 1 hour. Close, yeah. Because we're bearish at the minute. If you get a 1 hour close above, then you're likely going to push to the next range. Again, this is new, so I say likely. We've only got this to go off really if we get a close above. So that or the 4 close bottom wick. What can we look at if we get a 4 close? Where's the bottom wick? It doesn't really give you a bottom wick. We've only got, again, this was news, wasn't it? So I don't know if this is, I don't know if price is going to pull all the way back to 2160. Don't know. So if anything, it'll be buy stops after a pullback of the 4. Risky taking sells because we're bullish on the 4. Right? and it's risky actually taking buys at the minute, because the 4 is about to close. So you might as well wait for the 4 to close, get rid of that pullback of the 4, and then get the flip of the 4 to come up, because it's a clean traffic range on the 4. It's a clean traffic range, so it's fairly straightforward. You should be coming up to 21.76, but you know the 4 is going to pull back in 35 minutes. You might as well just wait, get rid of that pullback, get a buy stop on for the flip to drive up. That's probably all we've got going on, really. But yes, we might come back down. I don't know how far we're going to come back down. That's the thing. Good morning, Krish. Good to see you again, mate. You've been on quite often, haven't you? I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. Are you in the Discord, Krish? Get in the Discord. So, Crazy Beast, where did you get faked out then? Did you get faked out here? I take it. Off the 4, maybe. That 4. Look at that 4. Yeah, you've got to understand with price. So this 4 didn't actually break out, did it? Really? For me, to take a sell below here, this 4 didn't break below these levels. Or even that. So you didn't actually break out. Unless you took an hour. What did the hour look like? Let's have a look at the hour. Yeah, you might have gone off that, maybe. Yeah, there was an hour fake out, I suppose. Ah, traded EU. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, no worries. I want to see if we could get... It might be a case of an aggressive move today of a lower time frame. Well, it'll be like a 5 minutes. And then stops to safety as soon as the 5 flips. And if it comes back to stop us out, it stops us out. Might be something like that. Massive win. Yeah. Don't worry about missing trades, so... I mean, sometimes I look and because Forex is everything it does, it's there to test you and make you go crazy and bring you to your knees. Like that trade yesterday. That trade yesterday was lovely. Stopped us out. And do you know what it is? It was only spread. What stopped me out? I didn't actually tap it. Spread caught me and then it dropped through the floor. So, which is even worse. But that's what Forex does. It can bring you to your knees. You can either laugh about it or you can get really pissed off. And that's what it wants you to do, get really pissed off. So you don't think straight. So the issue we've got now is, we're actually in a clean traffic range now as well, coming back down. But if we took news out of the way, are we going to tap this area? That is the next support area, I suppose. Only because looking at the highs, but I don't know whether we're going to come back down to tap that. Yeah, maybe, mate. We've got no bottom wick, no bottom wick. This is 5 going to flip. You sort of want, if we can come down and test this area a few times on the 5, yeah, and show me what I want to see, we can maybe sell up from here, because that would be the 4. So this is the forward candle. Sorry, this is the forward candle pushing up from here, pulling back, closing small bullish, but it's got to close bullish with a wick. Obviously, all of this is the wick coming back there. Sorry, all this is the wick coming back down. And then if we can see the 5-minute closing respecting here, that'll be the new 4 opening up, maybe breaking the lows just a tad, and then coming to get a wick fill, coming back up, and then we'll get something like down, new 4 opens, comes back up, breaks the highs. We can look at something like that. But at the minute we haven't got now going on. Okay, anybody caught anything this morning? Nah. Oh. You should have had a nice week though this week. I mean, we didn't get a trade Monday, Tuesday, did we? Didn't get a trade Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday we got 2 trades. Then we got a trade yesterday, which was nice. So we got a trade yesterday, which was nice. I put the wrong lot size in. That would have been a lovely trade there. And then we got 2 trades on Wednesday. So not too bad. Yeah. So that hasn't been too bad of a week. It'll start picking up though as the year goes on. Look at this. I don't know if we're going to get this. Look at this. Which I know it was news, but are we going to get that? Because if we break below that, we've got to be careful of the fake out. It's all on the 4 really. It's what the 4 is going to do. Is the 4 going to close small bullish, or is this just a pullback to bomb up? If I can get a big pushing candle to the downside, we could potentially get in at 2160, but what's really hard is I can't see anything where maybe this was before news, but you don't know where that was going to go. It's a bit too risky, that. A bit too risky. Can't really do much, guys. We've got nothing shown us, as in, if you look at the 4 hours, all the 4 hours have got a bottom wick. So nothing's telling us that you need to come back, really. So we don't know where, like, yesterday, this 4 had no bottom wick. So we thought, okay, well, price is probably going to have to come back here. So we could have a potential wing back sell, which we did, and it played out perfectly. But look, all these have got a bottom wick. This hasn't. Does this need one? Doesn't really need one. Why? Because this has got a really steep wick, and that's picked up the liquidity, which broke the lows of these lows here. So that's picked up enough liquidity for this not to have a bottom wick to then drive. So it doesn't really need to come back down to that either. So there's nothing to come back for. So that's what I'm saying. I can't really get any wingbacks buys on because I don't know what price is. I don't know how far back it's going to come down. If anything, wingback buy from 21.58. But then you're looking at the daily flipping, which is a bit dodgy. I think the daily's going to come and break these highs again, mate. But we'll see. $15.5 is it creating new ranges? You have got a little 5 range. What are these here? Didn't actually tap today. Oh, it did. Okay, on the 5, look at the 5s here. So this is pure micro trading, this, like. So the 5, let's put the trending structure on, see what comes up. Oh, fucking hell, the range all over here. 5, 5. Ooh. Look at that trend line. That's why I don't like indicators now. The trending structure, you get that free when you're a member, guys. The trending structure is really good for your zones, but I wouldn't keep it on because it can manipulate, or it can sort of make you think differently. Like, I'm thinking price is going to come down to maybe 2160, but as soon as you turn it on, you see a nice trend like that, you think, oh, actually, we're there. Are we going to push off from here? Which we might do. Do you know what I mean? So it can help, but it can also put you off from the way you think. Now, if you get a 5 close back above 2167, then you're probably going to push and break the highs at that point. But what I was looking at is this 5. Reject back up. Why did you reject from here? And then I believe you get another one. Wick, reject. Reject. So, and this comes back up to here. So could we potentially wing back buy from 2160? Aggressive with the 5. You would have been stopped out here though, unless this pushed up first. But it's enough pips. 12 pips. Could we do that? Actually, it pushes further, doesn't it? It actually pushes. Could we do that on the 5? There is a support here. Oh shit. That's 14 pips. So, if we can just see price, because we are bullish on everything, right? If we can get down to around in between 2164 and 2164.04, this area here, we could potentially buy up. That's if we get a straight push down. It's going to do it now, isn't it? Back up, even if it wants to drive down. But the 4 is going to close in 24 minutes. I mean, if the 4 closes bearish, then you're a bit goosed, because if it closes bearish, wait there. If it closes bearish, how far is it going to close? Really, 23 minutes left. Can't see it closing that far. Oh, there's 15 does here. 15 tap. Okay, we could have potential wing back buys here. 2164, guys. Would that be the 4 flipping? It would. We don't really want that on this 4, because that would be the 4 flipping bearish. This 4 has to close bullish. Has to close bullish. If it closes bearish, that means it's created a new range. It means it's got a chance to now come back down, and this is a new range. So we don't really want this 4 closing bearish. Whereas if we take this wing back buy at 2164, that means this 4 is going to flip bearish, and it's got a chance to close bearish. And then, because it's done such a high top wick, it might not pull back. It could just drive, which we would be fucked on this wing back buy. So I think, if anything, if we can get a forward close up here like this, and then a pullback, what we can do, depending on how the pullback moves, if price pushes below, we won't enter straight away, but what we'll do is when the 5s open up and push down, we'll get like a buy stop on the high of the 5 to come back in case it keeps pushing. Okay, in case it keeps pushing. We're sacrificing a few pips, but you've got to look at them pips as a bit of added insurance, basically. So that's something we could potentially look at. We might not even get down there though. All happy? Anybody confused about anything?
You were trading or?
Yeah.
General, because a lot of
This,
things confuse me.
yeah. We're rejecting here on the 5, aren't we? Is this 15 going to come down? 15's closing 6 minutes. I'm just looking at this really, so we haven't got much to go off here. We're really like trying to pull up trees. The times where price came up from the downside, so from 2164 was here, came up, looks nothing like what we're getting, but still we've tapped this area and we've tapped this. So do we have to tap this, then tap this before then going up? What the hell is that? That's what we're saying. Is that what we have to do? That's really all I've got to go off. Like, There's another one here, but it done the same really. Came down, but news shot it down here. But would it come down there if it wasn't for news? Would it only come here then go? Do you know what I mean? So stops for us would have to be below the lows, which would be I'd just go below the lows for it, because if the daily flipped, the daily shouldn't be breaking. I don't think it's that one, is it? Yeah, I'm just a bit cautious of that daily flipping, to be honest with you. That daily's put me off. I really wanted to break to. I wanted a bearish close, but when I say bearish close, you want one of two things. You want a bearish close, but small bearish, so you've got a wick to fill, or you want the bearish close breaking the low. You don't want 3/4 of the candle like this filled. That's not what you want, really, right? Because you need advantage point. We haven't got an advantage point. If it closes small bearish, we've got an advantage point. We know we're going to get a wick fill. Yeah, if it breaks below, we know we've broke out. We'll just wait for a top wick and then get a sell stop underneath. But at the minute, we can't do anything. It's all on this. It's all on this 4 hour. If this 4 hour can close bullish for us, we'll get a bottom wick. We can potentially take wing back buys up, or we'll get a buy stop on the other side of it to fill. But there's still two 15-minute candles left of this, so it's what are these going to do? What we don't want, guys, is this 4 pushing and closing up here. We don't really want that. If the 4 is going to break out, we need the 4 to break above, and then we've got to wait for a steep bottom wick then. But it might not, we might not get it. It might drive to fill the range. But that's what I'm going to have to wait for, because we've done the push. You could get a fake out on the hour. This 3 looks nice though. You get a bearish 3 and then you plumb it up. And the 2 actually broke above this minor support. I don't know if this 2 is obviously not going to flip to the upside. Yep. Oh, the 15's flipping bullish. Look at that. You have actually got a little range at 2166 on the 15, but when you come down, you do tend to push through it. The thing is, though, price is not shown as anything about no top or bottom wicks as to the upside. So at the minute, we've got no reason to come up yet unless the 4 is going to close bullish and then we get a wick fill. But there's nothing to come back for. However, I've just noticed this 15's got no bottom wick. So could we get that wing back? 2 seconds, guys. Oh. Yeah. Summon the man and all that. No, you haven't. No, I've summoned the man now. So that's probably the only thing we can see to come back for. Does price need to come back to this? Well, let's have a look if that needs to come back. And a reason to think it might need to come back is, what did the previous candle do? Well, this previous candle did break these lows, but they're not a very strong break at all. Like, there wouldn't be much liquidity here. For me, the liquidity would be below here. So we didn't get that. So if you didn't get that, then yeah, I would think price needs to come back to this. What I have noticed as well, we haven't actually tapped previous support. There's previous support. None of these candles tap previous support. So is this 15 going to tap? So you got to break, retest to come down. Is that what you're going to get? I can't take sells because everything's bullish. But that's probably what we can see happening now. Price coming back to tap that. Break the highs and then it's obviously not going to flip. Oh, what's happening here? I won't be on long today either, guys. It'll probably be about no later than 10 o'clock, I would think. And if we catch a trade, it'll just be the one. I've got shitloads to do today. Okay, 15 no top wick. I would say that's nearly tapped. Is this 15 going to break back into the zone? No. Is this 30 going to flip? Ideally, if we can get this 30 to flip, this wing back buy could be on, but I don't want to take it off this 4. I'd probably need the 4 to close. I suppose if the 4 closes big bullish, then this wing back buy it's probably better for the wing back buy, because if you do get a pullback, the reach on the 4's greater. But again, if you get a small bullish, you got more chance of getting a wick fill. So there's pros and cons of both at the minute. Is the 2 gonna flip? Is the 1 gonna close above? Let me make sure these tunes are. Ooh. Yes. Look at the hour now, guys. Hoo-hoo, can't we get the hour close above? Is it a fake out to the upside? So if we get an hour close above, why do we need a pullback, do you think? And we can't just enter. The reason being is the 4 hours closing as well. So the 4 is going to give a pullback, isn't it? You're going to get a decent pullback on the 4. So, and the pullback can come as far as 2164. You don't want to be stuck in that drawdown, do you? So we're going to have to wait for the hour to pull back decent before getting buy stops on the other side. I am anyway. It might just carry on driving up because the 4s, excuse me, this 4 flies through, and this was new, so I don't know if it pulls back or not. So, but I need to see a decent pullback really in order to get in on this. So if we get an hour close above like so, because this could be a fake out, right? And then we get a pullback. Maybe I'd probably want it to come and test 2166 to be honest, and then buy stops on if it does flip. But what might happen, because this is a breakout, it only needs to come and tap previous support really, 2169, and then flip. But because it's a 4 hour, I want to see a steeper bottom wick before flipping. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It's not my move. I just want to rule out that fake out. It'd be nice to come all the way back down, tap, and then pull back up, close respecting, and then back up. That'd be lovely if we can catch that. But that's if the 1 hour break closes out above. It might not close above. There's only 9 minutes left here. If it closes like this, what does that mean? It means there's no buys yet above. We'd have to wait for another hour. However, it means the next hour could just drive straight through if it wants to. Right, but I would expect a pullback on the 4 first. So wingback buys are on really, especially if you get this hour close like this. These are definitely on at 2163 because you're now bullish on the 1 hour. You're bullish on the 4. You're bullish on everything really, but you just need that pullback. See if we can get that pullback. And just like yesterday, it was trying to suck us in to take trades what wouldn't have played out. We stayed disciplined, we waited, and we quite out trade. You've just got to stay disciplined. God, I chat some shit, don't I? I chat some shit. I watch me when I'm doing my edits, and I watch me back. I think, God, I talk some absolute shite. No, it's what is it? It's good stuff. Well, I like to think it's good stuff. But I just go on and on, and sometimes I just need to shut up.
That's I hate hearing myself.
I don't like it. I don't like doing my own edits.
I sound completely different to how I sound in my own head. One.
Yeah, I know.
Makes us not want to swap.
Yeah. Well, I think I've got a solution with our edits now.
Yeah.
Which is good. All down to Vic. Switched on Vic, isn't she?
She is.
Probably the most intelligent person I know. See, how are we going to get this? It's just, if this wasn't happening on the 4 hour change. Such a shame, you know, because I can actually see this just flying through this range, but I don't know whether we're going to get that pullback. I'd like it, but we might not. We might only get 2166. Because there's nothing else to go off. Like, I don't know what else to go off, really. You've got a new range now, I suppose, at 2166. I sort of, in a way, don't want the hour close above. You are?
I want it to come back down again.
Yeah, I do. Take us with it. But this is a nice hour close now, because when you want wingbacks, guys, right, you want all the candles bullish, and then you want one candle breaks the lows, and then that's the one more flips and drives, and then you get something like that.
I'm still in that.
Oh yeah.
From Wednesday.
Oh yeah, bloody hell.
Well, it came back.
Oh yeah.
It came back past it was 53.
Was this the buy or the sell? It must be the buy.
That was a sell.
Where from?
From, it was the way back that, it was just like, should I put it on? Should I? Oh no, I might as well, I called it. So,
Oh, is it that
so
the Dan's wingback one?
yeah. It came all the way back down and I
Mate.
missed it. Like,
You had loads of profit there.
So,
Because where was it at? It was
53.65.
53.
Yeah.
Nah, wasn't. Was it? No.
Yeah, man.
For a sell.
For a sell.
53's down here. 63, mate.
No. 53.
What? Oh,
And then it came all the way up. And then all the way back down.
on Wednesday. This Wednesday just gone.
Yeah, man.
I've got 21.59 levels. I haven't got 53. 53's.
It's down here. I know. I'm not sure where the spread was.
Oh, here.
Yeah, man.
You got a wing back sell from here.
Terrible.
Eh?
It was. I'm sure. Yeah.
No.
I think it was because we weren't expecting it.
Are you on about the one the other day where we were like, oh, go on, Dan, just put it on and see demo. No, that was up here. That was sells out of Asia. It was like round here, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it must have been.
I'm sure it was. Where's Wednesday? It was about here, mate. 21.61, something like that was it. 21.61. That was your wing back. That was Dan's wing back.
I'm reading it wrong.
Here. Yeah, because I don't know why we would put a wing back sell on there. You wouldn't really, because price has to come from the downside up for a sell.
I read it wrong.
But are you still in this?
Yeah.
Are you? God, mate. Yeah, I mean, you went into a night of some profit. You went into some. You definitely should have got out here.
Yeah.
Definitely should have got out here. Or at least fill in this range here. This is why, like, with trading, like, I don't like to leave trades open, me.
Yeah.
I don't like to leave trades open. I mean, you went into some drawdown. You didn't get stopped out. Where was stops? Stops above these eyes, I take it.
Yeah, so it's not a high lot.
Ah, right.
Your stops can be massive.
Ah, right. Yeah, don't get in the habit of moving your stops, though.
No.
Because if you're on a challenge or something and you're risking 2% per trade, and let's say you've got 2 trades on, both at 2%, you can't move your stops because you're gonna go over the rules. The only times I'll move I mean, I have done it a few times on stream, but I've said, look, if you can, do it, but it's only if, because I use a sort of set lot really, whereas if stops are decent, I've got that little buffer where I can go an extra 20-30 pips and that's now my 2%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only time I look to move stops.
Well, that's it. I mean, I can have a maximum of 300 pips.
300 pips?
There's 0.08 lots.
Bloody hell, geezer. I really don't know what's going to happen on this new 4. This 1 hour is still respecting this support. Okay, we're still respecting this support. So it shows we should still be coming down at the moment because we're not in the next range. We're still in this range now. We're still in. Well, this is a thing. I say we're in this range. I don't know if this is fully the range because we haven't got much to go off. All I know is the 5s, when they come down here, they tend to do this. To at least 21.65, which is over 10 pips, even if you drive down. But hopefully this is the 4 pulling back and we can just drive back up. Hopefully. See how this hour's going to close here. Look at this. Another thing what might happen now is because we're so bullish, the 4 might open up first. Give us a top wick first. Which is not good because that's going to be the move. It means we'll miss the move. We need a bottom wick first to flip. Going to be very interesting to see what this 4 does. So it's closing respect in this area. This one pulled back, but I don't. This is the thing. If we didn't have news here, we could see what this 4 does, and we'd just copy this. But we've got now to go off. That's news, so I don't know if you're going to come back to 21.58. If anything stops for me, though, it'll be below here. But that's a daily. You've got to be careful as well. It's a daily flipping. So new 4 now. You've got a top wick on the 4, so everything's looking nice. Can we pull back and test 21.60? What we can do if we do pull back, I won't get buy stops on the 4 because there's no range on the 4 really. The 4's hovering. It should be filling the range. So you could potentially get buy stops on, but I won't put them on above the 4. I'll just wait for like a 15 close above 21.69. But I've got to have a bottom wick first, guys. That's the thing. If I don't get a bottom wick, I'm not interested. Look, another example of no top wick on this 3 hour. So what you're saying, well, this 3 hour is probably going to close bearish. Close bearish. New hour pushing through. Oh, you got a lovely nest player there as well. Look at that nest player there. Proper tight. Tight. So we're still respecting this area. This is the thing in the hour. Looks like it's pushing here. Come on, get back down. Get back down. We're still, if we can get a doji, yeah, doji, and then maybe we break the highs again, and we close bearish. No. If we can get a doji, then a bearish close, but not drive, and then one candle can come up and break the highs, we could get a sell stop underneath to come back down. Okay, but that's what I would need to see. In order to do it. Like I said, this could drive if it wants. Don't drive. There's no way in getting in this. So this hour can actually push up to here. This hour can actually push to 21.71. I can't really take that because you're in a clean traffic range on the 4. And you could actually push all the way up to 21.76, but that tends to be where the hour could tap before coming back down. If I can see the lower time frames closing respecting these levels, lower time frames like 5 and the 15, then the wing back sell here could potentially be on, because then you'll get one candle what pops out to this area maybe and then flip. So that's something we could look at as well. But I'd need to see this range get respected, or either a 15-minute close out, 15-minute close back in. There's a fake out. Then break the highs to come down. So we just got to wait, guys. We've got to be patient. This 5. Look at this 5. So we've had a 5 close out. If we can get a 5 close back below, that'll be a start. This would be nice if we could tap this actually. $18 pips. Oh, look at the 15. Nice. Get a 15 close like this, bearish. New 15, pop up. Tap. Flip. We could maybe take that. But we do have to be careful because we are bullish, but the 4 hasn't got a bottom wick. It's what this 4 is going to do now. We've got nothing to go off. We didn't break the lows. I do think we're going to have to break these highs if we want to drive down. Can we get to this area, wing back buy area? Let's have a look at the 5s. So the 5s, so they all tend to tap back up, tap back up, tap back up, tap back up. Even here, tap back up, coming down again. That's after tapping. So even this one would have played out. You could have actually went a bit further, but I'm just looking at that left there. Tap back up. What is this? $14 pips. Yeah, we could look at that. What's this one here? Okay, so this 5 came straight through. Oh, what's this? News. This 5 came straight through. Still did play out with the new 5. So again, yeah, that still played out. We could look at a second entry actually from 2158. Down, tap, back up. Yeah, I like this wing back area, guys. It's quite nice. With a second entry down here at 2158. If we do drive straight through, we could tap straight back up. Look at that 5 close. Okay, this is nice. If this 5 can close like this, we could potentially get top wick for this 5. Sell stop underneath to come down. Actually, do we wait for the 15 to close and then get the pullback off the 15? Are we going to come back down? The 4 needs a bottom wick. How far of a bottom wick are we going to get? That's the thing. Everything's bullish. We'll just wait. What are we looking at? Crazy Beast, what are you saying? Last night, Mr. Massive movement goal. I think it's trade size. 2 hour hammer, bullish pin bar. I don't really do any of that stuff. Pissed off about that. That would have been a good trade. Yeah, you can't be pissed off if you miss a trade. There's always another trade. It just all it's doing is trying to frustrate you. Always remember, Forex is always trying to frustrate you. And just say to yourself that don't let it frustrate you. Don't let it. Oh, look at that. 5, no bottom wick. Okay, this 5's got no top wick. Then again, this 5 had no top wick. We still came down. It's the thing about this 4. It could reject from here. It could reject from here. There's a couple of areas, but I haven't got much data to go off. But my best trade would be here, so I've got to go with my best. Right, now if I see price struggling here, and I see price struggling here, then yeah, we might grab something coming back up. But at the moment, that's all I've got. Okay, this probably doesn't need to be an hour now. This could probably be a 15, as long as we get that forward pullback. But then you've got to wait for a pullback off the 15, because 15s are the sort of the ones what tend to fake it out. It's a lovely close really on the hour, but at least we're bullish on the hour, which is nice. Now if I'm going off what I see, you've got this 4. This 4 came back. This is like the closest thing we've got. This was news, but then again, this might happen. We might come all the way back to 21.58. But if you're coming down here to stops, you're sort of not interested. That means the daily is flipping, and you're not interested at all at that point. That too flipped bullish, didn't it? Come on, we need to get a trade, guys. I'll probably be calling it at 10 because I've just got too much to do today, unfortunately. Once I get into my new house, though, it'll be back to normal jogging. Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, weekdays. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Jump into our Discord. We've got loads of good stuff coming soon. The future, very exciting stuff. So it'll be good to get in there now. So the 15's closing in 1 minute. Now if this 15 can break these lows, and then we break the highs on the 15, we could look for a sell stop to come down. Bear in mind we're bullish on the 1 and we're bullish on the 4. So we might have to be careful. That's why we really need a big... It's got to break the highs, which is unlikely, but just in the slim chance it happens, it'd be good for us. Oh, should we like this, shouldn't I? Okay, he's the 15 close. It hasn't actually closed below 21.68. But if we can this 15 can actually break the highs, which is it's probably unlikely really. 15 above. Oh, no top wick on this 15. Oh, is this 15 gonna flip then? This is sucking me in. This 15 looks nice. So you didn't break these lows. You didn't break out. And you're pushing down with no top wick. So I would think this 15's gotta have a top wick. What does it? I really wanted this 15 to open up with no bottom weight, break the highs, and then we could have had a sell stop. But at the minute, we're not doing anything at the minute. I've either got wing back bias from 2164, or I'd want a 15-minute close above, but then I'd need a 15 to break the lows and then flip. That's the only way I would take it. This 4 now. How far is this 4 gonna go? See, this might not happen on this 1 hour, you see. It might take a couple of hours to get down. New York session maybe. Hopefully not. If we can get... I won't be on. That's the thing. It's Friday. See, the thing is though, you're best off waiting really to get this week over with. You just want to bearish close on the weekly and then top wick, flip to the downside for next week. So it'll be a lot easier. So don't worry if you don't get a trade today, right? Because that daily is really... It's not the nicest area that. We're basically at the sign of big push and we're consolidating. Now it's deciding which way to go. And you don't really want to be in this trading, really. You want to wait for either break. And then we're looking for it. So we are in a tricky area on the dailies. So sometimes it is just a case of, do you know what? Do I just wait? Do I just not trade and wait? There's no point forcing it, because this is a day where you could potentially just decide, okay, I'll just wait until the week's done and then come back Monday. So then if you are going to trade, you might as well wait for your best setup. If that makes sense. I'm just going to hit the toilet, guys. 2 seconds. moved or what? No, we haven't. We haven't moved. Yeah, we might mess about here for a while and then come down. I might just set this. Fifteen's got no bottom, no top wick. This is the second 15 of the hour. How is this 15 gonna close? It's the 4 flips. I think we're going to mess about, guys. I think this hour's just going to mess about, and then the new hour will probably come down. And then that'll either reject, or we might close down here with a wick and then start coming back up, fake out, back up. And that's the 4 flipping. So that'll be first hour, second hour of the 4, but you'll get a wick down, third hour, fourth hour, and that'll be the 4 hour bullish fill in the range. I think we're going to get something like that, so it means it's not going to happen on this 10 o'clock. So what I might do is, I probably won't count it on the stream because I want to be proper transparent with you all, but probably will be placing this. I'll be like that. Stops. See, stops are going to have to be below here. That's the issue. 110 pips for me. And that's only because the daily. If this daily does need a steeper bottom wick, it might just come and test the wick of the daily and not break it. So you might get something like this. Flip to the downside. Test it and then flip back up. That's going to help you out a lot, and then you'll get a steeper wick like that. So if you come past that wick, then that's a sign of price is going to want to push down anyway, so you don't want to be in the trade, you're not interested in it. But stop, if we are pushing up and we have to break the highs, which I would think you need to come back up. None of these candles have tapped 21.83, none of them. So I would think one of them's going to have to come and tap 21.83 if we want to drive down. So it makes sense to come back up. So stops are pretty good and safe there, but it's just whether we get down. If we don't get down, right? If we don't get down to here, but price comes back to 21.60, then you could take 15-minute buys above on a buy stop. You get a 15-minute close above. Yeah. What are these tunes, man? Too heavy. You can take a 15-minute buy above after a pullback. Buy stops above to come up to fill the range. Take partial move to break even would be 21.71. But then you'd be looking to come and fill this range. Quite a clean traffic range up. Yeah, it's quite a nice range up. So that's another option as well. So if I'm not on, because I'm looking at leaving about 10 o'clock. That's what we're looking at really. I'm looking at something like that. My target as well would only be 2176.39. That would be my target. Take partial move to break move with 2160. Okay, let's get this on the trade ideas. Now obviously if price breaks out, comes into this range, then this won't be on. Probably could still be on. If you got an hour close above here, this probably won't be on. It'll be done then if it doesn't get activated. But I'll be keeping an eye on it anyway. Any messages you have, guys, for me during the day, just drop it in the Discord. Tag me in the name. Tag my name in. The Crow's Nest. So it would be 21.64.50. You've got two areas where you tend to pull back to. You've got one here, 2165.52, or you've got 2166 for take partial move to break even. But definitely go risk free on the first one, but you could wait for 2166 to take partial. And then TP2 would be 2176.39. Oh, this is flipped, isn't it? Oh. Okay, so you've had a 15 bearish close. We've had a 15 bullish close with no bottom wick. If you get a 15 close above here now, I'd need a bottom wick, tapping 2168, and then potential buy stops up. This would be the 4 flipping back to the upside. I would have preferred a steeper bottom wick, but looks like we're not going to get it. 2, 1. See what this 15 does. Still got 30 minutes left. If this 15 comes and fills the range, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to wait for a higher time frame, so like the hour really. No bottom wick. You would need that bottom wick doing, because this didn't really break any lows. Just thinking though, 15. 30, is this we're seeing? Is this? So this 15 had no bottom wick and he shot up all the way, and then the 15 came back down. Would we need to retest this? It's sucking me in this, like, but then look, these ones just power straight through. I've got another area here. Because you haven't broke any lows really to drive up. That's my thing. So I'm thinking could we get a wing back sell on? A couple of areas here. Oh, no bottom wick on the 5. Okay, you got to pay attention here, guys. Right, it might be a fast one. How did the 30 close? So the 30 closed bearish. Okay. So do we need to come back down? That's what we're trying to work out. Does this 30 need a bottom wick? If it's yes, then we could look at these for wing back sells. 30 bearish. Whoa, it's really sucking me in here, guys. 1 5-minute candle, you got no bottom wick there. I'm just worried because that's the 4 flipping and the 4 pushing to create a steeper. I don't know where that can take this. If anything, I'd need to wait for the 15 and then I'd need a bottom wick. Depending on how the 5 goes, we'd be very aggressive though with the 5. If this 5 can come up, it's 30 seconds, you're not going to do it here. If the new 5 opens up with no bottom wick and pushes potential 2171 for sells, but what it would be a case of is entering and moving stops to safety straight away as soon as the 5 starts pulling back. I can't take a buy up yet until I get the 15. Because we technically we're close respecting on the hour, you see, that's my issue. This hour could easily just pull back. Because remember, these hours were higher up. This hour was bullish at one point and then flipped. So this hour can flip back to the downside at any point. You didn't break any lows. That's telling me that you're probably going to have to come further down. Unless this was the pullback in order to drive past. Is that the new 5? Okay, new 5 pulling back, look at that. And we close respecting, so are you going to get something like this? Interesting. Oh, look, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? The 15, is this 15 going to flip? See what I mean? Just... If this 15-minute flips now, you can't take because you haven't broke out. Yeah, we're just in an awkward zone at the minute. So you could just drown out the noise and don't look on the smaller time frame. Look at the hour. Just see what this hour does. If this hour closes respecting this area, you've now had 2 candles respecting this area. Then, yes, if you could get an hour up, tap, you're likely going to flip and come back down, aren't you? Because you've had 2 candles stuck to break the highs. What does that mean then? It means that this wasn't enough liquidity to drive past this. So therefore, what do we need to do in order to drive past this? Because we know we want to go that way because of the 4. The daily's a bit indecisive, but the 4. So that means we're going to have to break this in order to break past this. There's nowhere else to go. There's not enough fuel here to carry on. But in order to drive down, what do you have to do? Well, you're going to have to grab some liquidity. So break these highs. Hopefully get to this. In order to drive down. But you've had 2 candles showing that you're struggling to break the highs. So that's something we can look at. Let's come back down. Look at this. Look at this 30 now. The 30 looks beautiful. Ooh, it's so sucking me in though. Can't take this yet. It's not showing me. If we can get a 5 close, top wick. I don't like this. No, I don't think I could do that. I can't do that really, guys. Still got 22 minutes left for this 30. And the 15 is bullish. So I can't really take a sell here. Anybody caught anything while we've been on? No.
Not from me.
Not from me. Is there anything you can see, like what you think, you know, there's something I'm missing, or have you got any setups lined up? Are you looking for anything different to what I'm looking at?
Nah, not really. Nothing sort of screaming out to us.
No. This wing back would be nice, though, but just looking at this really. If we can get an hour close bearish like this, and we get an 1 hour break the highs, I'll probably be looking at that wing back sell to come down, because that'll probably confirm to me that we need to break this low. So that's your advantage point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 15's flipped. You couldn't take that 15 flip because you were bullish on the previous 15, and none of these broke the lows. So you just couldn't take it. Could easily drive through though, but you just can't take it. These tunes are banging this morning, aren't they, Dan?
I hear it.
Oh, really? Can you hear the tunes on YouTube, people? Chat. Oh, no bottom wick on the 5. If this 5 can push up with no bottom wick, what would that be on the 5th? That'd be the 15 flipping back up. Couldn't take it.
This week's flown over.
Yeah, it has.
Start my new job on Monday.
Oh, you excited?
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It should be good. I'll just miss streaming in the mornings. Ugh.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Shame you can't start at dinner time, isn't it?
That's it, so it's going to be 8 till 5. So, come in and have a look and see if I can get anything in the afternoon. Or, like I say, once I find my shifts out, probably have to work one or the weekends every now and again, so I should get a day or two off in the week. So I can jump for the streams in the morning. Don't know when. On Monday, so.
Yeah, but at least what you'll find is you'll ease up the pressure trading as in money wise.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You'll trade a lot better. You will. You'll trade a lot better. Plus also, the job funds for your trading, you know. Obviously you don't want to become a gambler. Don't be buying challenges if you're not ready. You've got to do it the right order.
Yeah. I think I'm ready, but I just need to get my mind in check. I think that's what stopped us the last time with not working. Now just let me mind take.
Yeah.
So on the next challenge that I do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to, you know, first paycheck be like, right, I'm getting a...
I think you're at the stage though where you just need to be smashing out the demos.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you can clearly find the trades, see the setups. I think you sort of know what you need to do, but you're just fighting doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got all the knowledge where you need to do it, but you're just fighting it. You need to get that stage where you're so pissed off with yourself. That's all you're waiting for now.
Yeah.
Where you'll get that frustration. Why can't I do it? Why isn't it happening? You'll get to that, and then you'll just get sick of your own shit, and then that'll be the turning point for you.
Because what I've really liked about the jumping on the live streams every day, because it's getting us used to reading the candles.
Yeah.
And that's, I think I need a little bit more time of that. So, like I say, I'm not jumping straight into another challenge.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this for the next couple of months, maybe May or June, when I come back from me holiday. Maybe try it then. So well, at least see sort of the last few months.
Yeah.
With my logbook, how I'm doing, how I'm performing, where I'm going wrong, fix those.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's getting smaller and smaller each time. So that's the main thing. I'm still progressing. Once I stop progressing, that's when problems. Oh, I say it's just a little bit more time.
Well, you say that you're right, absolutely right. But you do get to a break-even stage, which is such a weird, it's a weird stage. What I found, because you don't sort of progress, you don't improve. It's weird. It's like you're constantly hammering at a wall. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and eventually the wall falls. You break through. That's what the break-even stage is like. But people give up at that stage because they're hammering. They can't be asked hammering for ages. They don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a very tough. It's probably the hardest stage, really. I think.
Well, I've already resigned to the fact that I'm in this for the long haul, so
yeah.
I'll hammer as long as it takes.
Yeah. Look at this, our guys doing nothing. Like we said, I think we're going to get something like this. We might even get another hour bearish, and it might not happen till New York, the move. But at the minute, this is all I've got going on, really. Or 15-minute close above, but you'd need a decent pullback. 2 seconds, I just want to see if I can hear the music on YouTube. 2 seconds.
What did you say, Jason?
I've done me 10% for the week.
Nice. Very nice. It's a massive amount, that 10%. Calculated what I'm up 2 weeks, 1,500 quid. So I think I was up 7 last week. So another 8 this week. It's not bad. 800 quid. So I am satisfied. And that should be a live account. It should be real money, but
I need to turn this down, I think. Can you hear me? Yeah. And then you can't. Yeah, Discord can't. I don't know if it's because it's sort of only OBS takes priority, I think, with the music. I might have just made that up. I don't have a clue, but
sounded right.
Yeah, sounded okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new mic and that, I think. But it sounds okay on YouTube. I'm a bit loud on YouTube. Quite annoying. I don't know how you can listen to me. Maybe that's why we don't get many. Maybe that's why we don't get many on. Come on, gold, get down. 4's just deciding what it wants to do. I'm going to get ready while we wait. Like I say, it might take a couple of hours to get down, guys, but I do like this. This is quite nice, this. This should play out even if you're pushing down. I'm just going to get ready. Yeah, look at this, how we're doing. What's this?
Did you say there was some news today?
It isn't it?
12 and 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. See if we can bring price further down.
A treat for me yesterday, the news.
Was it a treat?
Eat. God knows.
Well, this is flipped back up this hour. Look at this hour. Ooh, are we going to get a 15 close above here? We had a nice 15-minute close respecting still. See if there's 15 close above. You can't take the 15 though, because you might just get something like this, or you mess about. Got to wait for it. I'm saying you've got to wait for a pullback to break the lows. So if this 15 can close above, and the new 15 can pull back, break the previous low, yes, buy stop, come up. But it really might not, because this hour's closing 6 minutes. Are we going to get an hour close above? This would be the hour breaking out. Okay, so if we can get an hour break above, we get that pull back, buy stops up to come up. Okay, if we get this hour close above, but I've got to have a 50. I've got to break the lows. I've got to break this low. I have to, because I don't know whether that's, is that a big enough pullback on the 4? I would think we're going to get a steeper pullback than that. I say that, I mean this one flew straight through. Might be shooting up here, guys. This is going to be interesting now. This hour closes. If this hour closes up here, you can't do nothing because this is a minor range here. You'd have to wait for a close above that. So really we need an hour. If it's going to close, it needs to close like this. Then a pullback. Test this low and then buy stop above. To come, because that's our advantage point. 11 pips, come up. Come on. Slow down. 5 minutes left. Oh, look at that. We need the new 5 to pull back just a tad. This looks like it's coming up, this mine. Oh, guys. Not good. Not good. Look at the hour, man. The hour's proper teased us. The hour's, if it does drive for now, this hour's duped us. Close respect and still drove. There was nowhere to get in. What do I need to see? What do I need to see? Well, the hour's going to close. Look. Because this is a minor range here. And I've had days like this where price is respecting support and then driving with the next one through the next one. I've had days like that before. Oh, why is that disconnected? Oh. We've got no data to go off, so it's very difficult to find out where these pullbacks are going to be. It's not an issue though, because we did know today was going to be a tricky one. And if there was no trade, it's not a big loss, still a win. Win, lose or no trade as long as you follow your plan to win. Look at this hour, man. What are you doing? Okay, if this hour breaks above here and we get a pullback tap 2169, we can potentially take wing back buys if we get a break above this, but it's got to break above this. My God. Oof. Yeah.
I was looking at the daily.
Oh yeah, what's the daily like? Yeah.
Dramatic deal. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There you go.
How are we going to reject from here? We did say the 4 needs to fill the range. Is this 4 just going to bomb straight through? Okay, now we're closing 2 minutes, so it's a nice hour close. I need a pullback. Now we only need it pulled back to 2170, and then buy stops above. That means the 4's had its top wick, bottom wick. Sorry. 4's like they're gonna drive. I would prefer a wing back buy though. Let's see how this 1 hour reacts here. This is probably no go. This now. No go this, guys. Okay, so this is not on now really. Not if this hour closes up there like that. I mean, it's 1-2. You can keep a track of it. It still might play out because even when you push down, it tends to play out. But we are in a clean traffic range. If I can get a pullback to 2169, we can get buy stops on, come up to fill the rest of the range. But nah, I might just leave it, you know. Had a big push there. Might just drive straight through. But this is what you're looking at now. It broke above. If you don't fill the range and you pull back, you could potentially take wing back buys from here to come up, because you should get a break retest to go on the hour. So let's see if the hour can do this for us. See if the new hour can pull back. So this is because this is the daily now testing the highs. I'm not quite there yet, but if this hour pushes up first, done. No good. You need a pullback, no top wick. There's the new hour. Lovely hour close, man. Got a potential wing back buy here. Gotta watch price though. And then if the hour does close back in, that's a fake out. The new hour should get you out anyway. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to pull back first. You should get something like that if you do get a fake out here to come back down. But we really need this hour to pull back first. Come on, Sheila. Come on. If you break the highs, guys, a bit tricky here. Good morning, Farah, mate. You alright? No, we're not in a trade. We've got a potential wing back buy from 2169. That's what we've got, because the 4. I'm just worried about the 4 flipping. Shouldn't really flip, I wouldn't think. If this breaks the eyes, guys, that's me done. Right. There we go. Have we broke it? Have we broke it? Have we broke it? Okay, we didn't quite break it. Can we come down? We need this as an advantage point, you see. Well, I remember doing storage. Yeah. I'm just seeing what this does. What? What is this doing? What's a 5 looking like? We're struggling. Got no bottom wick on this 5. Didn't even pull that really. You wouldn't be in anything at the minute really. Oh. Did we break the highs there? Struggling, aren't we? a second. If we come down without breaking the highs, we'll look to get in. Ooh, we're coming. This is a 5. No top width on the 5. Where would stops be? We haven't tapped. Right, I've got to go here, guys. Basically, if we come back down to this 2169 and we don't tap this, I'll take a buy from here up. If we come up and tap this, then I'm just leaving it for today. I'll be back on Monday, ready to go. Okay. I'm not going to put this on the stream though, because I'm not going to be taking it on the stream because I'm going to go now. However, if I was looked to put this on, I'd be looking something like, what would you need then? You'd only need to cover the low of the 4, the previous 4. Because if you're carrying on, you shouldn't be breaking this low really. So it's not bad with stops, because the way you would get out is if the hour closes back below, that's your sign to then get out. You then should get a pullback to test previous support before driving down, and you get out on that pullback. Okay. Oh wait, there might be in here. And your target is this range here. Okay. See, you're all going to hate me now, aren't you? Because I'm going to go. What a shame. What a shame. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot off. If you're taking it, good luck. I wish you all the best. I hope it plays out for you. Other than that, I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Hopefully that daily will break the lows from there. Okay, and flip and break the lows. That'll be really nice for us. Alright. I can't keep watching this because I've really got to go. She's like sat in the car now waiting. Jeez. Yeah, so I'm going to love yous and leave yous, guys. I won't put this on the stream though, but it'll probably be in the trade IDs, but I won't put it on the stream as in class it as a trade because it's not on stream. Okay, so I want to keep it all nice and transparent. But other than that, I love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous on Monday. Good luck. Catch yous later, guys.
See you later.
Enjoy your weekend, mate.
Cheers, mate. See ya.
Same to you, Jason.
See you, dude.